Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, welcome back, everybody. Lalita, Evo, thank you for coming. Sudan. Hare Krishna. We'll chant a little bit, then we'll start to chant some verses. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mute your mic there, River. I think it's you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There she is. There Tom is. There River is. Everybody is. is hearing and chanting with rubies and diamonds in their ears. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So, River, read us some Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Poon is just going to get it from the other room.
Where are you reading from? What?
Chapter Ancha Lila, chapter 3.
Okay.
Is that okay?
What's the title of that one?
The title is The Deliverance of Sarvabhauma and the Journey to West.
Yeah.
1 moment.
Sounds like a computer now.
No, it's the machine. It's a machine. It's just playing up.
It's a new sound. Never heard that one before.
Turn that off.
Okay, I'm going to have to. Somebody else is going to have to read because I'm going to have to deal with this.
All right.
Okay,
and Lalita, read.
Me to read this chapter 3.
Actually, you know what? Let's let Tom read a little bit here. Let's
Okay.
let Tom read a little bit and get him into it.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Why don't you read some Srimad Bhagavatam?
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah, read where I was leaving off on that chapter 7. You remember where that was?
I'm trying to remember.
It's Canto 7, Chapter 7.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna.
And you can start with text number 16.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I offer my obeisances to Srila Haridas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Wow. And this goes very fast. because of the long duration of time. Whoa. Because of the long duration of time. Maybe this is too fast. I'm starting too fast. I have to take more time to dive into this. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Do I need time? Because of the long duration of time that had passed. And because of her being a woman and therefore less intelligent. My mother has forgotten all those instructions, but this great sage, Narada, blessed me, and therefore I could not forget them.
You know, in a lot of people have this controversy over, the women, they don't like, the Bhagavatam often saying that they're less intelligent and everything. But the bottom line is it's not everybody. We're all less intelligent until you become a real devotee. See, the most intelligent persons are devotees. So see, once everything switches around, you could be in a woman's body and you become a real devotee with real devotion to the Lord, and you automatically become intelligent because you're hooked up with the other part of you, the supreme intelligence. So this is a lot of times the Vaishnavas in the Vaidhi level, they have these little squabbles about, oh, you say Prabhupada said he's less intelligent, and all this, and women's lib and all that stuff. It's all mundane material. Everything is equalized in the Lord. If you're in a male body and you're in a female body, and in the female body you're connected with the Lord with real devotion, you're more intelligent than a person in a male body. They could be, great people in the world. You're more greater than Socrates, actually, if you're a devotee. I mean, people don't know these little subtle things. Devotion is the greatest thing in the eyes of God. In the eyes of man, most of people don't appreciate it, but God does. Okay? And the devotees, they make people aware of that, what God wants and what God loves and what God likes. And because it's all about that, man. That's our happiness is in what God is all about. The deepest revelation is devotion. That's his consort. That's his power. That's everything to him. And people don't know that. See, it's the greatest secret. And I feel very blessed to be able to just stand up for that. Stand up for it. Nobody knows it's great. Everybody's standing up for some other less intelligent thing. Less intelligent opulence. Radha, devotion is the greatest opulence of God. Who's standing up for that? Who's preaching that? Who's tasting that? Who's relishing that? That's what's important in this world. The only thing that's really important, Ramananda preached like that. He said the only thing important, only education is important is devotional service. If you could be a fool in this world, but if you know the science of devotional service and are devoted to the Lord's, to his name and his pastimes and his qualities, and they're your life and soul, you're the most intelligent person in the world. And the only one who could match your intelligence is another devotee. Okay? People don't know this. It's a great secret. Yeah. What do you think Prabhupada's claim to fame was? Why is he famous? Because of devotion, right? Those books are because of his devotion to Krishna, right? He became a fabulous person. Jesus Christ is world famous over the world simply because of one thing, because of his devotion to God, his surrender, loving, ecstatic devotion to God. You notice the greatest people are like that. Their fame endures. A devotee's fame endures. Oh, look at Prahlad Maharaj. You know how long ago that was that he was here? Not even 5,000 years ago is nothing. He was way back before that. these histories. Man, that's history, man. Maybe millions of years. But his reputation is forever. See? So people just, they're just drops in a pan, that, devotees are eternally immortal, and what they preach is the greatest thing in the world. And you know what the miracle is? The miracle is how Maya can hide that. That's a miracle. The greatest thing in the world, she hides, and I'm here to expose it, man, just like Lord Chaitanya did. We're in revival. Revival, man. People are going to know the greatest thing in the world. That's why the Lord came here, to reveal the greatest opulence in the world, devotion, and to such an extent. Oh, boy, conjugal. And we're here, given the great mission to do that also. In spite of all the little whippersnappers snapping at our heels. That's all they are, little snappers. They can't get above the heel. You notice? You have to look down to see them now. Snapping them. Hey, go hard. You shouldn't show. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Should. I don't should. The only thing I know is I should be worshiping the Lord in ecstasy. And I do. It's not even a should anymore, man. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
Tom, what verse are you reading?
7, 7, 16, and now 17.
Okay, 17.
This is a slam dunk. I like this one.
Prahlad Maharaj continued. My dear friends, if you can place your faith in my words, simply by faith, you can also understand transcendental knowledge.
See, this is the only way, because unless you find an experienced devotee who knows personally these things, you will not find this opulence. Maya will hide it from you in all many marvelous ways. Oh, she is good at hiding the truth, man. That's why you need the door. The door is the devotee, the experienced devotee who knows these most confidential subjects. And placing your faith in their words, you can also know this level of transcendental knowledge. It's not a little drop in a bucket, man. This is a whole ball of wax. This is deep stuff. This is why people get love of God in our Sangha here, because you hear real transcendental knowledge to its furthest extent of its glories. This is not transcendental knowledge of the glories of Varnashram Dharma. That's some kind, it's not really transcendental. It's organizing society in the best way, if you can do it. Very hard to now, This is better. You become naturally organized under Radha and Krishna's shelter, just naturally organic. See, organized, organic. That's the way to have organization, organically organized. It's much simpler that way. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
Organically organized. Simply by that faith, you can also understand transcendental knowledge, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
Although
see, he was a example. He heard and believed with faith in Narada Muni, even in the womb. He listened to that with great pleasure. Those realizations of Narada Muni. Narada Muni is an experienced devotee. You notice Narada Muni is an ecstatic devotee. Isn't it funny that all persons who are of value and worth in this world are the ecstatic devotees like Narada Muni? And nobody knows that. Not even these friggin' Vaidhi Bhaktas is so unbelievable. They don't know that the ecstatic devotees are the heads of the disciplic line. They're the ones who write these books. And if you see one, and they don't even give respect to those they are worshiping. It's unbelievable. They meet a living representative of the ones who wrote their book, who they're worshiping, Christ, Jesus, Radha, and all their friends and associates are all ecstatic. And if they meet somebody like that, they run the other way. Unbelievable. This is how Maya is just amazing. This is what Jesus said. You build you kill the prophets, and then you build tombs in their honor. They did that to Gorgovinda. They just gave him a hard time on everything, and then he dies. Who knows how? And then he was a great soul, and they treated him so badly. They always do this. All ecstatic devotees, they always get it. See, no, that shows you how well Maya hides the truth. Okay? And the devotees, they expose the truth. If you're going to set anybody free, it's got to be exposed. People got to know it's devotion that liberates you. They don't know that. Even in ISKCON, they don't know it's devotion that liberates you. It's not just the rules or regulations and doing that like mechanically and then you're liberated. This is beyond liberation. It's still material organization. You want to go, this devotional service is beyond liberation. It just follows everything. Everything follows devotion. It's the kingdom of God Jesus was talking about. Seek the kingdom of God. It's devotion. See, people need explanations. It's not enough. Seek the kingdom. What the heck does that mean? Nobody knows what anything means except the person who has devotion, real bhakti. Then they know the meanings of everything. What's of important? Otherwise, these people know the meanings of nonsense, ignorance. The meaning of turkey is a turkey, something you eat. All kinds of definitions of mundane words that don't mean anything. They're all to do with the body. It means something while the body is here and then it goes. But who knows the definitions of the scriptures and the meanings of the words that Jesus Christ said or Lord Chaitanya said? Only a real devotee. That's a purport. People need purports on what even Jesus said. Seek the kingdom of God and all else is added. What is the kingdom? Nobody even asks. Seek the kingdom. Yeah. And they don't know where to go because they don't know what the kingdom, they haven't even defined it because only devotion can define anything, right? Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, they have the real knowledge, the real understanding. See, they're the only ones who can define anything. That's why, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. But they're becoming increasing numbers here. You notice? There's some people who want to know definitions. Yeah, what does it mean to worship Krishna? Where are these rules and regulations going? Am I going to just be a rat on the wheel doing the morning program, afternoon program, evening program, morning, afternoon? Is it going somewhere? What does it mean to offer this flame? I see every day, what a nice flame going to Krishna. What does it mean? What's the water mean in the conch? What does it mean? Nobody even asks. They do for 50 years and they're still seeing the same thing and never ask the question, what is that water? That's the tears in your eye sockets, man. Your eye sockets are the conch. Man, the flame is your passion for God. Everything's external except to a devotee. Devotee, all the codes, is all the codes. All the rituals are codes for the internal truth. Okay? Nobody knows these things. Okay? So we're here to educate people. Whoever wants this education, whoever can see this kind of education is glorious, man. It's glorious to know what you're doing in this world, when what you're worshiping and who you're worshiping and why. What does it mean? What is the essence? Okay? Sorry, I get a little worked up about these things sometimes. Go ahead, Tom, read on.
Prahlad Maharaj continued, my dear friends, if you can place your faith in my words, simply by that faith, you can also understand transcendental knowledge.
This
Just
is
like
this is
me.
what Jesus said. Yeah, you can understand because you're getting purified. It's like this is all Bhagavatam, man. He's preaching Bhagavatam. You need to have an authorized spiritual master. You know, by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam. See, the person speaking that's a devotee. See, in service to that pure devotee, all that's troublesome to your heart is eradicated, and then this loving ecstasy is awakened in your heart. If more people just followed that, if they had the complete formula, we would have so many ecstatic devotees in this world, but we don't. Why? Because they're listening to persons who are not like that. They are not pure devotees, man. And proof is they can't even awaken one friggin' person. They can't get one ecstatic tear out of a person. Proof. And they can't even get it out of their own eyes. No wonder it doesn't come out of anybody else's. Okay? That's the whole essential problem. That's why here, we get results. We get the job done, People come, you have faith in these words, you get the result. You start to cry, man. You start to become ecstatic. You feel the bliss. You feel your problems going. See? All you need to have is the formula. See, in life where it's scientifically proven like this. See? And we have the same thing that scientists have. People come up with good things. Nobody wants to accept it first, It's the same thing. They come up with the real truth and then everybody's trying to hide it. Why? Because they all got material motives. They all got other things that they're interested in, and they are in power, and they always do the same thing, right? Always against the real truth, man, because it steps on their friggin' toes, their material toes, their steel boots. Okay? That's why you need diamond boots, man. We got to just tromp around with diamond cowboy boots and just step on their steel toes and break them. Break it through. You have to have a diamond drill to drill through that steel, man. Yeah. So anyway, this is the challenge because here they do this in science, man. Some people are even now, coming up with the right ideas and everything, and everybody, because of material profits and motives, they're stifling the progression. Stifling people, because of wanting to make money and all that material. It's always material. That's why it says in the books, giving up faith in fruitive activities ultimately is the way, because it gets in the way of sincere, heartfelt love. You ever see these people that get married because of motive? You ever see that? They do this in India often. They do this. They do this in amongst the elites. They do this in what do you call it, with people? They're entertainers. They get married just simply because they can profit off that often. See, it's all profit, all material profit. See, but this is the thing: the best of all profit is just loving God, man. Then that's your profit. You think, oh, this is my profit, man, is to love the Lord. He profits and you profit. Isn't that amazing? It's perfect. You want to be prophet. Isn't that funny? Prophet. You got to become a prophet to profit. This is what it comes down to. A prophet loves God, man. That's the bottom line. They're an acharya. See? And you want to really profit, you got to become that, man. And then you get all profit. You got where profit comes from. All profit, even the path of profit is a path. All paths lie upon Krishna, like pearls on a string. My Lord Krishna, all paths, everything is on him. Everything comes from him. He's the golden goose, and I got that goose, man. I goose him every day. We're here to teach people how to goose God instead of goosing those people in the world, man, and getting entangled. See, you become free, goosing the Lord. Make him quack. You ever see the goose that go, wah? Make it, yeah. You can quote me on that, Tom. Go ahead. Read on there, Tom. This is getting more and more hilarious every day.
Simply by that faith, you can also understand transcendental knowledge, just like me, although you are small children.
See, people don't know the value of transcendental knowledge. And that's one of the things we teach here. You listen to a real devotee, not only do you get devotion, but you begin to understand transcendental knowledge. See, transcendental knowledge, it's beyond this world. Transcendental is not in this world, it's not of this world. Transcendental knowledge is the knowledge of God that God has. You are on the same page. You like what he likes. He only likes transcendental knowledge. You know, you begin to love these you see, oh, transcendental knowledge is my treasure. Oh, I love this. Oh, chit, man. All glories to chit. And down with the shit of this world. And the shit of speculation of even gurus and sannyasis and Brahmins, if they're not real devotees of the Lord. I don't care if they don't like this. If you're not a really devotee with real devotion in your heart, you're nada to my Lord. He doesn't even look at you yet. You're lucky I'm looking over there. Otherwise, he's not even looking. Your only hope is that because I'm looking over there a little bit. To teach people what is real, where the real truth is. Otherwise, you got what did Prabhupada and Jesus say? They always say the same thing. I just repeat what they say. The blind leading the blind, the cheaters and the cheated. Isn't that? Well, that's religion, man. That's why Christians abandon it. And they're in it still. But here's your chance. Here's your hope to abandon religion, because I ain't in religion. I'm in truth, man. I'm in the truth of Ananda, devotion, and I'm in the truth of chit knowledge that comes from that, the revelation, the codes unlocked. That's what I'm into. You want to abandon religion, because otherwise you got a bunch of motivated sannyasis and gurus and Brahmins who are in it for profit still, more or less, or speculating, or they're not really can take you to Vrindavan, because they're not there in consciousness in this world. You got to meet a devotee in Vrindavan consciousness who is chanting just like and thinking about Lord Krishna and Radha just like they do when they were here 5,000 years ago and 550 years ago. That's what you got to have to be delivered to Vrindavan mansion, if you claim to be a Vaishnava or a worshiper of Radha and Krishna. You need an example like that, living, man. Otherwise, you're all like these people. Oh yes, I'm a servant of Vrindavan. Yeah. Why aren't you here? Where you know how rare Vrindavan is, where Vrindavan devotees are, 1 out of millions. Why aren't you coming here every day if you're such a servant of Vrindavan? You're proving you're not really understanding what's really going on here. See, and that goes for all these people. They don't understand. They got to come long enough and hear and get purified. Even the Narayan Raj group, they need purification. The proof of it is that guy. He didn't get the understanding of what the real Vrindavan is. But people coming here long enough, you do. You start to experience Vrindavan. You're in Vrindavan worship. People can even see it with their eyes. But you know that person there, he'll just always. They always think, oh, it's just about the talk. It's just a talking Vrindavan. And we're Vrindavan. But where's the ecstasy of Vrindavan? Where's the Ananda? Where's that special devotion? Nowhere to be seen. Never has, never been. Except at these unique times. And then Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta and Bhakti Vinod were well known for hiding it. Hiding Vrindavan. See? Simply because there's so many people out there who won't accept it. Well, things have changed. You notice? Since 1996, the Lord's desire is for it to be preached again, even Prabhupada's desire. His approval on all these things. Look, people having dreams. Yeah, look at Johan had another dream. Who was it? Bhishma or Bhima or somebody? We soon have a dream of the whole 5 Pandavas. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
Similarly, a woman can also understand transcendental knowledge and know what is spirit and what is matter.
Say that again.
Similarly, a woman can also understand transcendental knowledge and know what is spirit and what is matter.
And that is, and if you take aside all the being triggered by, man, woman, oh, he said, hey, just like tame that one. Just if you can just stop your mind on that stuff about that and understand the essence. In other words, it's simply put, even anybody, this is the beauty of devotion, pure devotional service and pure devotees and empowered devotees. This is the beauty of it. You could be a fisherman and you listen to a Jesus or a Lord Chaitanya or a Nityananda or any of their real followers. You can become the most intelligent, eloquent, influential person in the world, even if you're a fisherman. That's the power of this bhakti. Nothing else has that power to give such opulence. You have to work for it. Usually, you think the person, even in your iskons and all of that, you got to work to become a guru, and only you'll probably just become a teacher at best. Oh, but you'll get your disciples who will do, totally outside of real Krishna consciousness. You're just a teacher because that's all you work your butt off, man. To be a teacher, man, you're working your butt off, and then you're only a teacher, but we're going to give you disciples, and they're going to, oh, Guru Dev, deliver me. So you cannot even get over hypocrisy like that. It's hypocrite. I'm sorry, man. It's hypocrite. You're just a teacher. Go look at the website, purebhakti.com. Go look at there. It says they're teachers, man. They're not acharyas. Oh, they would never dare. But they have disciples. And deliver me, Guru Dev. That is idol worship, my friends. If you don't have the kahunas or the assurance or the understanding based on the Vedas or your personal experience and sadhus that you awaken with real bhakti, get off, step aside, man. We'll do the job. Why should we let all these people, not make it to Vrindavan when there's a chance for them? If you will believe in these words, which make more sense than all that hypocritical bullshit, then you'll probably attain Vrindavan in this life. Okay? You'll be, like a spiritual master and a real acharya, because you'll get that kind of devotion that acharyas get very quickly. Maybe in this life it'll come to that level. It's already happening in many devotees here. I'm telling you, there's real spiritual power here. No nonsense, man. No compromise either for it to be. We have to cut through the mustard, man. Cut through the ice. Cut through the speculations and the lies and the misunderstandings, and just frankly put it out for those who are ready to hear it. Okay, if you can't, you're too sentimental and you believe in idols and all that stuff, well, go and worship your idols. But there must be a few persons out there who really want Vrindavan, because you got to be like that. You got to hey, man, I want Vrindavan, man. I'll sacrifice every mundane piece of shit out there for it. And you don't have to. Just your faith. All you have to do is give up faith in what's illusions. And those who have not made it, man, you need a bona fide spiritual master. Once and for all, understand Prabhupada's books. That's it, man. If you have a bona fide spiritual master, you'll get everything. You'll get proper instruction. You'll understand transcendental knowledge as it is, not as it isn't. You'll surpass the illusion so easily by the word of a real guru, man. Living. You can see why you need a living. If they're not living, that means they're not awakened yet. Yeah, don't think just that you see a body there in a nice dhoti, man, sitting on a friggin' high seat, that they're living. No, is the living word, is the word living in them, dancing in them, expressing through them. You see the ecstasy that is the basis for their word, the real bhakti real Vedanta that comes from the solid basis of bhakti. Like it says, bhakti first, then Vedanta. Where do you see that? In this Sangha here. Hey, where do you see the flame, the living flame, worshiping the real Radha and Krishna? Otherwise go and look at the little, the Pajari. 50 years they're doing that, man. 50 years, still don't know why they're doing it. Well, because my guru told me to do it, man. And my guru didn't know why he would do it. So we pass on this non-understanding thing. No one understands. Guru doesn't understand why ecstatic prema emanates from the real guru, because it's not coming from him. His disciples don't know either, because it's not coming from their guru. As soon as Johan comes after 25 years, he says, oh, no, I understand the songbook. Ecstatic prema is coming from this guy here. Man, I'm hearing stuff that I never heard from 1,000 of these sannyasis I listen to. Or however many you listen to. That's the guru. It's uncommon. Everything about them is uncommon ecstasy, uncommon devotion, and uncommon understanding of Krishna consciousness. It beats 1,000 Acharya days, like the ones they have now, the latest ones, the current ones. Really, it's got to be like that. Otherwise, how can you really have faith? That's the thing. How can you, in your heart, is Krishna, man. He has no faith he doesn't associate with material energy. He doesn't believe in it. It's his shadow. He doesn't even like to look at it. And people are meditating on non-liberated persons, the shadow of the truth. It's his shadow of truth. Instead of the truth, manifest. Like you got to see, hey man, where is the way? That's the devotee. Where is the truth? That comes out of the real devotee's mouth that has realized intimacy with God. Where is the life? Well, that emanates from those devotees. What do you think is? You got to be like that. If you're not like that, step aside, because we have devotees here in this Sangha who are like this. Let us do our job. We're here to deliver people. I mean, it's important, isn't it? Instead of we help them not take another birth. Otherwise, you're going to take another birth with those. If you haven't realized Krishna and you're a guru and you're claiming to deliver your disciples, there's hypocrisy there, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to work, and you'll feel it. You won't be like the disciples here. You won't be like some that with their ecstasies and all that. Isn't it pretty simple, pretty reasonable? Isn't it pretty logical? Where's the job being done? Well, it's being done here. Where else? I haven't seen it. Oh, they'll talk a big thing. Yeah, well, Guru Dev, my Guru Dev, so, but nothing happening. No ecstasy. Oh, well, we hide, don't show, that's all you get, and everybody just stays, materialistic Vaishnava. They can't surpass religion, and they go around acting like materialistic Vaishnavas, looking at, even gurus looked at me. Guru, these highest, where's your neck piece? I was on the beach, one of the highest disciples and one of these highest gurus. I was on the beach. I was really happy, and I was into Krishna, and I was, doing like on my own, which was always the best for me personally until now, And so I'm on the beach in Puri, and I saw the Narayan Raj devotees going down the street. When I thought, oh man, I just want to go say hi to them. Very jovial, happy heart. And I went out and I said, and immediately one of these, he's a guru now. Looked at me and right in front of me, where's your neck beads, man? Neck beads? He's still on this planet. He couldn't get off with a so-called high guru. Still on the neck bead platform. This guru said the same. Where's your neck bead? Oh, I had one strand only. Oh, looking at the material thing. And you guys all believe in it. See, that's why there's ecstasy here, because I don't believe in any of that stuff. Just like he didn't believe in my ecstasy, he didn't believe in this was real devotion. I don't believe in anybody who doesn't believe in this devotion. You can go out and jump off a cliff. I don't care. You do whatever you want out there. But you don't believe in this, I don't care about you. I'm here to help people understand what is really real in this world. This is a dire necessity. Otherwise, you're going to die in this world and take another birth. Lord Chaitanya said people didn't accept his devotion, accept his truths, which we just repeating actually and showing. He said they will be destroyed. And I know that. I believe that. I see that. You're just in mundane consciousness. You're going to take another body and be in that consciousness until you're delivered by those who are in the real line. Really, simply put. Otherwise, I don't believe in anybody says they're a big guru and everything, and they don't deliver. They don't give this progressive thing, this thing where now it's bring the devotion out, deliver people with devotion. If you can't do that, you're not a real successor of Prabhupada. That's the next stage. Otherwise, what are we going to have? Another succession of rules and regulations again? Another mundane, empty Swami step, with no life in the step, no bounce. Like you see here, a lot of bounce, huh? Even got devotees going out alone on Sankirtan. Who can do that and make an impact? I'm telling you, this is there a necessity for this? People, they have to see. And if you've got you really want Vrindavan, you really want Krishna, you'll find shelter here. Otherwise, yeah, if you think that's shelter out there, well, be my guest, man. No, you'll be their guest. You won't be my guest. Yeah. This is where the real deliverance is, man. If you still have faith in all these things and all these boasts out there that don't deliver the thing, well, what can be done? Maya is very good at hiding this. Man, I got the order of Prabhupada to reveal this. I got the blessing of Krishna directly to distribute this. Anybody who comes here believes in this, you'll get the promise of Krishna, which will be his darshan. Didn't I just read that Guni Raj Khan said, Lord Chaitanya said, anybody in your line, your descendants. See, you guys are descendants here of a bona fide representative. Therefore, that Lord is going to descend into your hearts if he hasn't already. Okay? And you're going to have this great gift, man. God living inside you, awakened, not cut off. Not a big block there, and they're always looking outside to some rule to worship, some regulation to worship, or some woman to worship, or some man to worship, or some gold or silver, something material to worship and believe in. God himself will live inside you, man. I'm sorry, man. No, I ain't sorry at all, man. I'm going to boast about this. I'm going to proclaim this. That's why Jesus was like he was. He knew he had something to share. He was convinced, and I'm convinced too now. I've seen enough. I've seen enough bullshit, man. I've seen enough lies. I've seen enough hypocrisy. Here the work is being done. And you come in become a descendant here. See, disciplic succession is a descent. What? See, otherwise you're being like these people. They show by their actions and their deeds that they're not getting the descent. They're trying to go up to it. See, they're trying to ascend, the ascending process, which is not bhakti at all. It's not even taught in our books. It's a descending process through a disciplic line. See, it descends as bhakti through the guru into the hearts, bhakti lata bij, those who want this bhakti. He descends like that. Otherwise, you try to ascend up to even the greatest yogis can't attain that. Not even the greatest demigods on their own. They get the mercy. They have to have the mercy of those who have the mercy. That mercy of love of God, devotion. The demigods came to Lord Chaitanya. They saw the manifestation of devotion on the planet. They came there. Well, hey, man, an associate of the Lord is like that for the world. You don't go to them. You don't get it. You go to all these no-shows and, well, we don't know. Who knows whether they have or who knows? It's just, no, you're not getting it. It's being offered now. It's on the shelf. It's being sold. Cheap price. Turn your friggin' camera on and take the mercy. It's pretty cheap price for a most valuable, exquisite thing. Come and listen for 30 days and see if you can see anything better in this world. Okay? And if you're not, like, say, we have some that been in, listening. Well, maybe this is not your path right now. Go and, just go and do another path until you find out, man. Go look, make that your passion. Like anybody, like Karuna, if you're like that, maybe think, well, maybe this is not for me, man. Maybe I should go out and I want to, go out, get into it, go on a journey, man. Go find, I did. If that's in your heart, maybe that's what you need to do, and you'll be happy on the journey. Because if this is for you, you'll come back. You'll. This is, maybe you want something. Who knows? But you got to be honest. Actually, I got this idea. Krishna showed me this yesterday in this Star Trek thing. There was a person. They said, you've come to the end of your path. You come to the end of your path, and you something you got to ask yourself: have you come to the end of your path? See, for some people here, they came to the end of that path of that Vaidhi thing, and then they found this. See, they came to the end of the path. See, then otherwise, and by coming here, now you have life and you feel it. But some people, they're here and they don't believe in it and all that stuff. Well, maybe you've come to the end of your path of faith in this. Maybe you need to go and find out. Maybe that's your way to really get into this. See, sometimes you got to really trust your heart, and be honest. Otherwise, you won't live here. See, so really look inside, man. What is it that Krishna's wanting you to do? Don't just be here only by default. Oh, I don't know, maybe you need to go out and look around or something. I don't know, It's between you and God and your heart. Go ahead, Tom, read on, man. Yeah, do deep research. Exactly.
Yeah. Next verse, text 18. Just as the fruits and flowers of a tree in due course of time undergo 6 changes: birth, existence, growth, transformation, dwindling, and then death. The material body, which is obtained by the spirit soul under different circumstances, undergoes similar changes.
Okay, you see, that's the beginning of transcendental knowledge. Now I'm going to share something with you that nobody's ever shared. So go through that again.
Just as the fruits and flowers of a tree in due course of time undergo 6 changes: birth, existence.
Okay, no, slow. Birth of the spirit. See, this is what we do. This is the similar. See, the reflection is mirroring what really happens. What you need to understand, you must be born again. You have to have that spiritual birth. Okay. So this is a more complete way to understand this. Otherwise, all you know is, okay, birth, death. I mean, they teach that in ISKCON, right? You go, oh yeah, the devotees go through in the material body, birth, death, old age, and disease. You got to get out of you. They can't really tell you how to get out of it because they can't tell you this. You have to have the spiritual birth. See? This is complete knowledge here. This is the code broken. This is the safe cracked. See, the safe of Maya cracked. I'm giving you the actual combination here. See, you need to have this born again. You have to have this birth. What's the next one?
Existence.
No. Oh, just read. Start again.
Just as the fruits and flowers of a tree in due course of time undergo 6 changes.
So fruits and flowers. See, the fruits and flowers of bhakti. That's what it is. You have this birth, and it's going to, in due course, going to fructify into the fruits and flowers of love of God, love of Krishna. See, and all its beautiful things and attributes and gifts, spiritual gifts, and all that. Go ahead.
Birth, existence, growth.
See, birth and existence. So now it exists for you. See, you've had the spiritual birth. Now spirit. Oh, wow. Spirit exists. A spiritual existence. I didn't know. I just had this mundane identification for so long because I've had that go. I was in that cycle. Now I'm in a new cycle, man. Now you're going to really cycle down the road, man. You got some power behind it because you got spirit, man. Now you know spirit exists. This is the existence. Wow, I'm an eternal person. I'm ever existing. See, here you only exist for a time. Now you're starting to know what is immortality. Go on, Tom. What's the next?
Transformation.
Transformation. See, you go through transformations here. You notice the transformation from the mundane to the divine. The exorcisms come out, and that all starts coming out. You see, you're transforming into a new person, like a worm becoming a butterfly. See, look at me. I've been in a wormy existence, man. I'm just a worm mentality, believing in worms, and being a worm. And now I'm going through a transformation. You feel it. Go on.
Dwindling.
Oh, dwindling. Okay. All right. And on the transformation thing, it doesn't just stop from the preliminaries, the exorcisms and all that. The transformations continue on until they become spiritual transformations. See, the ecstasies, the crying, the choking of the calling out to God, loving God and all its symptoms of, like people think, well, how can you love a name like that? Is that's not nothing. It's just a name, man. Look at me. I'm loving my girlfriend, man. Now that's love. No, this is love. Loving the name of God, man, and all its transformations that it puts you through. See? So what's the next one after transformations?
Dwindling.
You don't get any of that. See? That's only for the material body. See? Now you're an immortal, man. Well, there might be a dwindling where you kind of go for a little bit, but it comes back. This here what comes back is a material body. When you dwindle and die, you come back again. This comes back as the spirit comes back to you and enlivens you again and again and again. So there's in ecstasy, go through transformation and kind of like an orgasm. You reach a crescendo and everything, and it kind of dwindles, but doesn't. See, it comes back again, and this goes on eternally. See, always ever fresh, over enlivening. See, this is the life of the spirit. See, so this is the highest truth distinguished from the illusion. Right? So if you know this, you think, oh yeah, let me get into this spirit game, man. Let's go into that, man. I don't want to just dwindle and die and take another birth in a material body and go through all those sufferings. Here, you just do this once and come to the point of the ecstatic transformations, and then the dwindling happens of it's called separation. Because you need to take a little break. I mean, I do. I can't take this. It's too ecstatic, man. It just separates like a fishing hook. It's described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this ecstasy. It separates for just a brief time. And then you start to feel like, where are you? I'm ready for more. I rested up, man. But just like I like this little break I get. I come back, I just got more, It's before it's like, and I feel this is better for me during the day because if I put too much energy, it takes me too much time to recover. I want to just keep this going, you know. So I'm learning, because this is you know, how to manifest here in this world, the spirit. So anyway, you see how beautiful this Bhagavatam is. It really, you know, there's codes here. It explains how the spiritual energy even works if you have the eyes to see it. Yeah, well, go on from there. What else?
So the last of the 6 changes is, and then death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so the last of the 6 changes is death because of the material body, because it wears out. Here is a regeneration, new life. See, that's why devotees are always useful. See, here it seems like you're kind of dead. You know, it's like empty maybe for a little bit, but then you're regenerated. See, you're resurrected. Krishna resurrects again. You feel it come up. See, the hood come up, everything. This is real life that Jesus was talking about. He had this life. All real devotees have this life. Otherwise, you're still a material person, a materialistic religionist, Vaishnava even. You know, you have to be alive, man. This is life here. Are you an immortal now? Are you a liberated soul? Do you have this cycle of ecstatic worship going on in you? See, do you have a spiritual body see, this is the real thing. This is the more, you know, the temporary thing. You know, this is when you get attracted to the shadow, then you start identifying with the material body and go through its changes. See? That's why you see, we even now you get some more and more relief of even physical problems in the body. You don't identify with them so much because you're identifying more and more with the spiritual body. That's the secret. Go ahead. What else?
Yes, the material body, which is obtained by the spirit soul under different circumstances, undergoes similar changes.
See, that's associate. Different circumstances is association. See, the material body goes because of different circumstances, and the soul because of association with other materialistic persons who believe in bodies, who identify with material bodies, or religion and speculations. See, so you go through these different changes. Well, you come here, you're going to have the spiritual changes. Okay? You'll go through this because of these circumstances, because now, according to this time, this place, and these circumstances, you come into this vibration, this frequency, this association. You're going to have your spiritual awakening in due course. Of course, you got to come to the point of faith in these words. You know, if you notice anybody not, at least when you don't have faith and you don't believe in this, you see the result of that. Because that's how it works. You see, it's by the book, isn't it? The book says, have faith in my words. Sometimes I have people who don't. I'm sorry, just don't believe you because, you know, I had past gurus who were, you know, sex addicts, you know, and tantrics and all this. So therefore I don't believe in you, which is actually illogical. That's why, you know, you just have people that weren't the real deal. Here, people get love of God. They weren't getting it there. You didn't get it there. They don't get it there. He didn't have it there. So this is not the same. See? So if you can't figure that out, you know, it's pretty illogical. See? So that's not even a good excuse. Well, you know, because I've been cheated in the past. Johan's been cheated in the past. You've been cheated in the past. Tom's been cheated. Everybody, I've been cheated in the past. So why shouldn't I believe in the words of those who are empowered by God and prove it? That doesn't make sense not to. Go ahead, Lolita. What?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Guru Maharaj,
No.
but last night I discovered that the devotee who was here in our Sangha, this ecstatic young man, the Indian man, shall I mention his name?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Aditya Naran, you remember him? I still kept contact with him. This young boy who became ecstatic very fast after me. a young boy. He laughed
Oh,
and
oh,
cried.
oh, the guy that was went to school. Did he go back to
Yeah,
school?
who lives
Okay.
in Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he now went to this other guru. His name was Gorahari. I saw it on YouTube. I
Oh, he
saw
went
them.
to, oh,
I saw them live together. I
oh,
talked to him. I immediately start
yeah,
talking to him.
yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah,
not possible. How can you do it? What is?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so he went to that guy. Yeah. Well, see, this is the thing. He left here because of school, because of his parents. Again, this is what happens if he didn't understand the greatness of this bhakti, to the point. I mean, even though the Lord was giving him mercy and all that, still he'd weaken it, just like we have like Christina and all that. They don't understand these things. And so he dropped down to even that level. So the Lord gave him that. So anyway, that's his journey, his experience. It is what it is. You know, I'm
Well,
glad
because
he caught up
we
in it.
stayed friends always.
Yeah, yeah.
There he is. Yeah, yeah. I told Yamuna
Yes.
this morning.
Oh,
I
they're
told him,
together. Oh, look at that.
yeah, this is Aditya. You recognize him?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
he said he would follow my classes again.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe
Well, good. Yeah,
convince him again.
let's that's
Yeah.
just let the more, if in his heart is really he wants the real thing, then it'll show. If not, because maybe he has some other motive. Maybe he wants to be a big teacher like that guru there. He just, no matter what, he just likes to always teach, 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 teach. You know, and then he
Boy is
becomes
not like
Buddhist,
that.
huh?
The
Yeah.
boy wants to marry.
Oh, is he still into stuff like that? Oh man, yeah. That's good. He got, yeah, good. Yeah, better. Yeah. Anyway, Krishna gives us the inspiration. He's seated in the heart of all beings and directs their wanderings. Who knows what he's got down there, what he's doing for him. He's learning lessons. Yeah. Anyway, he came here. He liked what we're doing for a while, and you see where it goes. You see, it's just like Jesus said. It was said. It's always like that. You sow the word of God. See, word of the kingdom. This is the word of the kingdom. You could see as it bears fruit in people. That's the kingdom. Now you know what the kingdom of God is. It's within and in hand. See, you can pull it out now. So that's it. To me, that is the most greatest thing, is to know what Jesus was talking about in Lord Chaitanya and everything. It's in you. See, people are still trying to figure out what is really of value. Well, to me, this is the ultimate value. Just like the Lord knew, Lord Chaitanya knew, Jesus knew, I know also, and I'm very much here to glorify that. And from experience, I tried all these little things, these other side trips. Enough to see what they are. Side trips, that's all. This is the to me, this is the best. The
Yeah,
Lord
you lost the
Chaitanya was,
heart connection. You
oh
really lost the heart connection. Otherwise, you don't go there.
yeah, yeah. No,
Because
it's
if
so
I
nice
listen
to,
there, I become so cold inside. Oh, I can't listen to that person.
oh
To
really,
that,
yeah.
I
It's
can't
probably
listen.
more up in his head.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, where is he preaching at? Where's his link? Give it to me later. Don't even
Yeah.
put it up here. I don't want people to, you'd be better off if you miss this guy. Yeah, go ahead, Tom. Read on.
Yes, so the material body which is obtained by the spirit soul under different circumstances undergoes similar
Oh,
changes.
one thing I want to say. You know what I noticed? See, things like this happen sometimes. There was a lady who came here when I was preaching in India, and she followed me around for 2 or 3 months. And she was a Mayavadi, very strong, and she actually can go into these, become one with God. Literally, she could do it. And so anyway, she thought what I was doing was the same thing. I said, no, that's not the same. And she's, no, it is the same. Anyway, she followed me along, And then she finally got to Mayapur and got off the train, and she started to have experiences, like felt this was different, and then she started to get ecstatic, drunk on Lord Chaitanya's glories. I wish I had some of these things. I had some of these classes she's in. I think I could find maybe one. And anyway, we were all like really drunk just on Hari Katha, and this is really, I was like, could barely move. She could barely move. We were so intoxicated. So anyway, she ended up leaving because she had this attachment to being really big. And she said that when I'm around you, I feel like really small. She didn't like that. It was an attachment to being something big. She wanted to be God, in other words. She liked this merging and feeling herself like she would be around me. She felt really small, like insignificant. She thought that was a bad thing, but that's, so anyway, she left. One day she's just gone, but she had this experience, So anyway, she goes to, one day I heard this, people told me that this lady was over at Narayan Raj's group. This other lady was a guru and one of his top disciples. And she had a disciple, and she wouldn't allow this person to become guru until she knew, until you can awaken something in the person, you cannot be a guru. She knew that. And so he wouldn't allow him to become guru. So this lady that was awakened after our endeavors, in our association, showed up at his thing, and he starts to read the Bhagavatam, and she just because she's already awakened, the vibrations of the Bhagavatam just started ecstatic, and tears started crying, coming out of her eyes, and like that profusely, and all this. And immediately the teacher pronounced him guru now. See? So he didn't really, he just read the Bhagavatam. All that work was done because it was bona fide here. She never did any of that. He could never. They're all just, talking on the material, knowledge level type thing. See? So it's similar. This guy was awakened due to this, and now he's over there. See, in that, and maybe some tears will come and everything like this, which will be a feather in the cap to his guru. But it's not because of that; it's all because of what happened here. I don't know the situation exactly, but if there's some transformation to come, it's because he was awakened here. See, and then so let's see. We'll see how that goes. I'll check a few things out myself. Add it to our preaching thing. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom. Read some more.
Yeah. I just want to ask if you say knowledge level, it's theoretical level, I feel. Yes.
Speculation, because unless you have real pure devotion to the Lord, you're going to be speculating. You'll be, because these books are all about this. They're all about pure devotion. See? So if you don't have that real experience, you're going to just look at the verses and speculate on what you think it is instead of what it is. See? Bhagavad Gita as it is, right? It means, because he's a devotee. Prabhupada even said that unless and this means real devotee, means real love of God. Unless you're a real devotee, you shouldn't even really translate things, but people do. I can take these translations of even those who don't have this, and still we can work it out. Because if they can get the verses and stuff, I can see, little thing. I see where interpolations are and stuff. Sometimes they do a pretty good job on the translation, like Acharya Dev. I don't know. I don't read the purports, but the translations, I get ecstatic reading some of these things. This is good. Did a nice job. So that's how I pay him back. I just, point out things. Go ahead, Tom.
So the material body, which is obtained by the spirit, soul, under different circumstances, undergoes similar changes. However, there are no such changes for the spirit soul.
Mhm. Yeah, well, there are, but in the way I described it. But sometimes, well, often these acharyas, they will describe things to a point, and they'll say, just like they say that the Lord has no hands. The Vedas say he has no hands, no feet. No, they see, but he means no material hands. See, it's all spiritual. Everything's spiritual. So they only describe it up to a point. Oh, like a devotee has no desire. They're desireless. See, so people think the devotees have no desire. No, they have desire for God, desire for the Lord. See, it's not they're completely desire. That's kind of Mayavadi. Oh, desireless. See, and so sometimes even Vaishnavas speak in those kind of terms, but a devotee knows what they're talking about. The deeper where, so whether they reveal it or not, that's another thing. See, I'm here to reveal these things. Reveal the spiritual thing. So you get the complete truth, not just part of it. See, that's
The complete picture.
Complete picture. You got to know where you want to where to focus your mind. Okay, devotees are desireless. Okay, where does that take you? It's like Buddha says, it's desire that causes entanglement in the world. But where does it take you? Oh, okay, now I got to become free of desire. See, that's almost like the Vaidhi. To attain anartha nivritti, you got to get free of all these desires. See, without knowing where it's going. See, so the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is to give you a taste first. And part of that is to say, hey, it's about spiritual desire, man. See, you got to have that knowledge, transcendental knowledge. See, come here, get your spiritual desire awakened. Get Bhakti Lata Bij. This is what's in the book. See, get spiritual desire. And you do. The Lord gives it to you. Quit, even before you're at anartha nivritti. See, that's the gardener, Jesus. I'm the true vine. See, my Father's the gardener. This is not just a bunch of words. This is an actual experience of those who come to the true vine. They get the gardener in them. Isn't that what it's about? Or you just want to read it in the book? Oh, Jesus, the true vine, and his Father is the gardener. Oh, whoopee-doo. And that's how the Bhagavatam is read. Oh yeah, Maharaj Parikshit heard the Bhagavatam from Shukadev Goswami. Wow, that would be really nice, to do that. And well, I guess I'm doing it. I'm listening to my guru, and my guru must be like that, even though I'm not having a Maharaj Parikshit experience. I'm not actually being delivered and feeling it. And saying, go on, guru, speak on, speak on. Your words are like nectar. I'm not feeling like that. So, yeah, actual experience is important. Go on.
Yeah, I just want to say a small thing. You say the complete truth, and it's connected to the complete picture, and it's connected to the complete
Yeah,
experience.
one thing I want to get clear with you, okay? When I say go on, it doesn't mean that you have to go on with the book. Go on means just share naturally. Don't think that I'm trying to get you to, and then you just share, just realize I say go on. That just whatever you want to go on with spontaneously. Could be, your thought like now. Don't think that it's like I'm trying to make you go on with the book. Go on means go on. Whatever is up for you. Trust that. It's okay with me.
Wow.
Get it?
Wow.
It goes for everybody. Go on means go on, what your spirit is saying.
Yes. So these three, they are connected. Like Sach is connected to Shit and to Ananda. That's what I feel. The complete truth is connected to the complete picture and the complete experience. They are together, like Sat, Chit, Ananda.
Yeah, they're together. And because if you have, say you get the knowledge from the book, you're reading the book, but you don't have the Ananda, then it's not complete. You won't have complete understanding. That's why it says Bhakti Vedanta. See, bhakti first. That's why even the name Hare comes before Krishna. Krishna is the knowledge. See, Hare comes first. Without Hare, you see, devotion is. So if you take Radha and devotion is synonymous. Okay, so Radha represents the knower of Krishna. Only devotion, or only Radha knows Krishna because of devotion, her devotion. And that's what it's all about. That's why you need to find a bona fide guru. A bona fide guru has real, pure love of God. It's that simple, man. And then you get real knowledge that destroys all that ignorance from listening from inexperienced sannyasis, gurus, and Brahmins who haven't realized pure love of God. See? Now you get all that misconceptions out of your consciousness, purified by the words emanating from the bona fide guru, who has real bhakti. From them ecstatic prema emanates. That's that bhakti. That's that pure love of God. That's their bhakti vedantas. That, people never ask, what is a bhakti vedanta? Well, they just, they say he is, and yeah. Are you a proven bhakti vedanta? Can you prove that your vedanta comes from bhakti? Can we see that bhakti? Can we examine it? Yeah. Are you going through spiritual transformations of a person who has their spirit awakened, their soul is awakened? Yeah. Let us see those transformations. I mean, you don't have to try to drill them up. Let's just see you chant. Let me just observe you for a few days. Let's see if you can squirt one tear from your chanting. Let's see if the Lord is actually in your body. I mean, isn't that reasonable? Can we not ask any of those gurus or all of them? Let us prove to us, or prove, that when you chant, sometimes there are profuse tears and you have spiritual transformations going on. Otherwise, what are you doing? I mean, aren't you going to a guru for spirit? Aren't they supposed to be spiritual masters? Masters of the spirit? Or is it just a bunch of words? And what I found in life in Vaishnava is just a bunch of words. Nobody proves anything. They just juggle the words, juggle the scriptures to make it work for them. Come up with a checklist. What do I need a checklist on? What is a guru? Let's check this off the list. The guru has real bhakti, pure love of God, and they have the right understanding of real Vedanta. Check that on your list. It's right there in the Bhagavad Gita. So many places where you can check those things off. Okay? They awaken devotion to Krishna and others. They're spiritual masters. See, check that off. That's right there in the book. Lord Chaitanya himself said it. Check that off. He awakens devotion to Krishna in others. But that's not on that checklist they come up with. Nowhere to be seen. Nowhere, nothing. Okay? Because if it did, they wouldn't be real spiritual masters. I mean, I don't know. I want the real thing. I want truth. What do you come to this world for? Do you want truth, or you want to be illusioned? You want truth set free? Truth? Do you want to know, is a guru a real guru? Is a sannyasi liberated, or are they just part of the varnashram system? Is your spiritual master a real master of Krishna? Does Krishna come when they call? Does Radha come when they call their names? Can you see the spiritual transformation in their eyes? Laughter and tears and choking up and sincere, ecstatic communion with God? Do you ever see that? Have you ever seen that? The answer, what I've seen, would be a big fat no. Because even the gurus have said they haven't believed in this understanding that it got from all this ecstatic worship. See, we have to create our own sadhus, because even the gurus don't even come up to our sadhu standards. And that's the truth, man. You don't like it? Too bad. Come here 30 days. If you don't come here 30 days to see if I understand it, you don't really want Krishna. Just go out there and play your games. Go out there, play games. Think you're big devotees. We're here for serious people who really want God. You really want Vrindavan. People have Vrindavan already here, and you can't see that, and you're unwilling to spend 30 days to listen to see if we have that. You don't really want Krishna. You're in false ego. You know, you're a crackpot. You know? Really, I mean, honestly, this is, I'm satisfied. You know, if I die and I just have this amount of friends, hey man, because this is great. This is icing on the cake. Vamsi Das, a liberated soul, he had in his tent 5 people. He died with 5 people who really believed in him, and he was happy. Devotees are happy. Just, just loving God, even if you're alone, you're happy. And anything else is icing. I think it's great. This is so fantastic to have friends. The Lord wants friends. That's why he has himself and his devotees. So he has friends and beloveds and fathers and mothers to play with. It's all about playing, man. This all this is a big play, man. Don't think I'm serious. And I am. And I'm not. And I am, and I'm not. That's how it is in Vrindavan. It's a big play. Everybody's having fun. It's profound, but a big play. Everything is a joke, but also very serious. Everything is all paradoxical. See, you need the living Vrindavan. You come here, you'll think, what is he? Is he serious or is this? Who knows? Hard to say. No, very serious and also very playful. That's Vrindavan style. You come here, you begin to learn what is Vrindavan. It's like this. What is Lord Chaitanya like? Very much like this. Sometimes he's soft like a flower. Sometimes he's hard like a thunderbolt, man. Something very ecstatic. Tears are pouring out of his eyes and all like that. And sometimes he gives you transcendental knowledge that'll just destroy your illusion. Very unpredictable, spontaneous, very creative. All these things become part of, not only me, through me, because you are descendants here. It comes through you also. You want to be like Lalita Ganga or Johan or a river even now? Or anybody, Janaki, you want to be like them? Well, come here. They're descendants. See, they're descending here. See, what keeps them is their faith. See, faith in these words, faith in this ecstasy. And they're happy with that. I'm happy with it. You have faith in what I have faith in. Yeah, I'm just giving you my happiness. That's all. I have faith in these words. I have faith in this ecstasy. I don't have any faith in bullshit and illusions and people who are doubtful or create doubt. I'm sorry, man. I don't care any guru out there that doesn't show any ecstasy. I'm doubtful in them. I'm sorry, man. I see better. I experience better. I like assurance, man. Don't you like to be confident? Huh? Don't you like to be assured? Don't you like your experience of life or what you're aspiring for to be confirmed in the highest books in the world, in the greatest books, Prabhupada's books, the Goswami books? Don't you like to have assurance that you're on the right direction and you're not wasting your friggin' time in this world? Well, a lot of people don't care about it. They don't care. I don't care about it. I'm just going to go follow my sentimental guru or teacher or that guy over there, Yeah. So anyway, we're here for the jewels. The jewels will come.
Wow.
Go ahead, Tom. Don't get me worked up.
This is so. You're talking about what is happening. Yes, it's in many ways it's already happening here. You talk about he awakens devotion of Krishna and others. Devotion, he awakens love of Krishna and others. And
Yeah.
The thanks to the association with Lalita Ganga, I got this explanation and this experiences that Satchidananda, she explained, is the same as living force, character, immortal. Yes, it's a living force. It's not theoretical. It's alive, and it's alive here. It's experienceable. We can experience it.
This is the greatest life. This Satchidananda that you see here is the greatest. It's the only real life in this world. If you don't have that, you're not alive yet. You're either. That's why I'm not. I don't. Don't give me. Don't prove to me that you're a guru just because you have a dhoti on and a big stick. And some rubber stamps from a group. Show me that you're a real guru in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line. Show me that you have the real Ananda that Lord Chaitanya and his devotees had. Show me that you have the real uncommon knowledge that matches the book. Show me that you are a manifestation of the book in life, like a devotee Bhagavad is supposed to be. That people look at you and they see the scriptures. Otherwise, that's why, hey man, these gurus, you think they're anything, that they're real gurus, and they look over here and they don't accept this? They don't accept this. But what kind of guru are you? Get out, man. Leave. What kind of you say you represent Vrindavan and the Gaudiya Vaishnava line, and you don't accept this ecstatic worship that you see here with your own eyes and these conclusions that match the book like a T? Don't tell me you're Guru Dev, man. You ain't nothing in the eyes of my Lord. Yeah, this is the kind of truth people need to hear. Because that's true. But what is this? You claim to represent Vrindavan here. Oh, Gurudev, give me mercy so I can be delivered to Vrindavan. The friggin' Guru's not even in Vrindavan yet. What kind of blind leading the blind? How many? You both want to keep hitting walls, or you want to wake up once and for all? You ready to hear this word yet? Anybody? Show a proof. We're here to prove, see if there's any proof, there's any sincere gurus or followers out there. Because they'll hear this word. If a guru is sincere, they're really looking for this light. This is light. This is life here. Otherwise, you don't have this. You don't have any life yet. You're not alive. You're not born again. You have to be spiritual reborn, man. Yeah. I'm not impressed by sticks or anything. Just like if you're a real servant of Nityananda, you'll see a stick and break it and then look at the person. Are you attached to the friggin' stick? You think your power is in the stick, or is it in your word? Is it in your ecstasy? The power is here. I don't need a stick. I don't need a sannyasi this or that. Because the sincere people, they come and they see, man, the truth is here, man. I'm hearing truth. The truth is wonderful. I came to hear the truth. I come into this world to hear the truth, man. Oh, that ecstasy, I want that. So that I want to chant like Lalita Ganga. I even want to chant like her. Most beautiful person in this world, man. I ain't ashamed to say it. Most beautiful bhakti. And I get a disciple like this. Oh my God, am I fortunate? I'm going back to Vrindavan. Guaranteed, no doubt.
I'm following you.
And all of you guys, we're all friends, and this is our Vrindavan here while we're here. And amazing. What a place. It's just like Prahlad, the same kind of preaching. He was happy in his preaching of the truth. He's la-di-da through the whole thing. And they're all like, oh man, your father is such a mean guy. He's just a demon. What do you expect, Demons are all like that. They're controlling, aren't they? Isn't that funny? They're showing who's really ruling now. Demons are very controlling. They're very limiting. They like to limit you. They want to put you in a cage, make you a slave. That's what they do, right? They're into slavery, So come here, everybody. Come here and be free. We'll set you free in Krishna. You'll be like Prahlad. You'll be in the Word, man. The Word will be in you. You'll start laughing and crying and choking up and everything in the midst of all this bullshit going on in this world. Okay? Who knows? Maybe we'll get some demons. Like he preached he got some demons on their side. Maybe we'll get some Illuminatis. The one eyes out there, and they think, hey man, look at those guys. They got two eyes. Maybe we should go for the two eyes. Like that mask River wears, that nice mask when she does kirtan. Yeah, I mean, it's only more intelligent, to go for two eyes. Why just have this one Illuminati eye? You gotta go. We got two eyes here. See, we see the illusion. We see Lucifer. We glance at him a little bit sometimes, but we see, the Lord. The main thing. The transcendental Lord, and preach more of that. We put everybody under the spell of Vrindavan, man. And, you guys are just putting people under the spell of Lucifer, become liars and cheaters and deceivers, and to serve your cause of killing and murdering people. See, that's what the shadow does. And so you come over here, we'll put you under the spell of Vrindavan. We'll cast these spells on you, man. And you'll think, oh yeah, loving Krishna, man, that's the greatest thing in the world. Man, look how happy these devotees are. They're under the spell of Vrindavan. All right, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm under the spell of Vrindavan. I love being under this spell. This spell is freedom for me. It's freedom from that miserable slavery. I don't want to, you got a choice, man. Either you come under the spell of the demons now, or come under the spell of the devotees who are spellbound. See, we're bound by the Lord's mercy here. Ecstatic worship. That's a great spell, man. It's wonderful. It spells out eternal life. The other one is death. Spells out death. You believe in these words of these Faucis and politicians and mainstream medias. Come over here. We got the real mainstream media. Yeah, we got right from the Central Intelligence Agency. You think it was this thing in America, Central? No, this is Central Intelligence Agency here. This is where the Central Intelligence comes from. Even that one little agency is only one little small agency that comes from the agency of the Lord, Radha and Krishna, man. They're the Central Intelligence. Doesn't everything I got comes from that Central Intelligence Agency. It's a great agency to work for, man. See, it's a highly secretive organization. You notice the CIA is secret, right? Big secret. Oh, this is also a great secret, but we want to reveal that secret to the world. See, the Lord is very magnanimous in this incarnation, Lord Chaitanya. And he wants to reveal the secret of the Central Intelligence Agency of all the agencies. They're all just branches of that one agency. They only work in the realm of illusion to illusion people and limit them. My Lord, that's where it all comes from. All agencies come from him. Everybody is his agent, but we're the agent of agents. Okay? This is the agent of agents. This is what's going to deliver people. Otherwise, you got agents of different levels, different types of servants and all that stuff. But hey, man, we got the great pleasure to serve Lord Chaitanya's transcendental mission of awakening spontaneous love of God in people who will believe in this word. Believe in this association. Associate with these fine devotees. Okay, these persons are like kings and queens here in the eyes of our Lord. Oh, wow, you listen to real topics about bhakti. Wow. Oh boy, are you fortunate. We're all fortunate like that. Don't keep on having faith in the shadow. It makes you look like a stupid cow. Didn't rhyme very well. You got to get better at your rhyming, Freddie. You were doing good before. If God was an impersonal energy, then only something God doesn't have an impersonal energy. Okay, go on, Tom.
Yes. this synchronicity is so amazing. What's going on?
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. We got a comment here. Read this, Tom. Here.
Yeah. Okay. Jacqueline Hernandez. My life doesn't have sense.
Well, hey, that's great. We all come to that conclusion. My life didn't have any sense to it. I remember when I was looking at the world. This was 1972. I was looking at the world. I was riding on a commuter train, and I'm looking. Everybody's going like this, you know. And I'm doing it every day. I notice the same thing. I said, this doesn't make any friggin' sense to me. What the hell are they living for? What am I living for? Okay? And then God led me to the Bible. And all of a sudden, I had this spiritual awakening, and all of a sudden now it made sense, started to make sense to me. I see what it's about, loving God. Okay? All of a sudden, it made sense out of life. You know, it wasn't empty and meaningless anymore. Now meaning was to connect and commune with the Supreme Lord. You want your life to make sense? You come here regularly, Jacqueline, and you hear. And then you will have an experience that will make sense of your life. Your life will make sense because it's senseless for everybody until they loving God and finding that source inside them. You know, loving Christ, loving Krishna, loving Ram, loving the beloved. If there's not everybody knows, loving Allah. It's about loving the absolute eternal truth. Then all of a sudden it makes sense like that. And that's what the Lord has been showing them. Everything else in this world is nonsensical. It's just that way. You're lucky to realize, what is it, what you say? Nothing, where is this? What did she say here? My life doesn't make sense. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, this is how I say come here regularly, and you'll see that you'll find a reason to live for, a great reason to live for, a great understanding of what life is for. The ultimate, the reason why the Lord comes to this world is revealed here. And if you know that reason, then you become free. You become free of this world. You become in knowledge, real knowledge, and you become very happy, just naturally. Because now doesn't life make sense to you, Lalita, now? Yeah. So, yeah, what is that sense? What makes sense about life for you now?
It's a dance. It's a dancing. To dance, to live.
I became realized of myself finally by your association, Guru Maharaj. I realized Krishna. I realized Srimati Radharani. I realized Satchitananda. Yeah, life makes sense. I have a spiritual body now. I know I don't have to live for these material temporary things that are useless anymore. There is something valuable in life. It's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, you're living for, see, you're living for, actually, is it living for? Yeah, you're living for God, actually, in that sense. You're living for the truth, the absolute truth. You live
And
for it. See, and you live as it, and and that's part of you, and sharing it is it's like you become a doctor. You know, like doctors, they like healing people. They really like their job. That's the same thing. When you get this, you see people need a lot of healing. They need doctoring, and they're cripples without this. Less intelligent without this. They need psychiatrists, they need physical doctors, they need all that, and you become that for them. They're cripple-minded, they don't like, people at different stages, and you can help them. See, so it's something fantastic to live for. And I say, Give this a chance, man. You come here and you'll see. You'll get spiritual strength. You'll get a reason to live. You'll see what life is all about. You'll start to see from God's perspective, because that's all what's revealed by the Vedas and these ecstatic experiences and revelations. All that you can get here. And then you will say, oh, thank God that at one time my life didn't make sense and brought me here. You'll be thinking this was a great thing, because a lot of people don't know that their life doesn't make sense. They think it makes all kinds of sense, and they spend their lives on nonsense, things that are really nonsensical. And you're lucky because you came to a point where you think this doesn't make sense the way life is. Well, I think a lot of us have been there. I was there. So welcome to the club. Now, my life's sakes, I have something fantastic to live for. And I wake up every day with, just looking forward to this wonderful relationship, ever deepening, ever fresh relationship with God. Transcending all this stuff. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think we'll end it here.
Living for feeding your transcendental body instead of your material body. It's completely different view on life.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're feeding the Lord in you. See, you're actually like a mother and father for the Lord. He's inside you. He needs this care. So people neglect the care. They can't even birth the Lord. That's why you need to go to the midwives. We're like midwives. We could facilitate this spiritual birth. The people need a midwife, otherwise they can't birth it alone. That's why they got midwives. Very, very hard to have this. Here, we're midwives. God, you got to wear so many hats in this Sangha. It's amazing. Yeah. Every day the Lord gives me another hat. They say, well, you see, this is you're wearing. You got to wear this hat. We need. Somebody's got to fill this position. Midwife, toilet cleaners. Yeah, go ahead, Tom. What?
Yeah, but before you are born, you are in the womb. You are in this association. Before you are born, you are in the womb.
Yeah. Yeah. You're in the womb, and so people stay in the womb for a long time. They don't come out after 9 months or 9 years or 9 lifetimes. Or 900,000 lifetimes. So that's the Lord. He wants to be born so we become aware, of our eternal existence. People don't know. They think they're a body and they die, and then they hope that maybe but they don't know. They don't feel it. You got to feel it now, man. You got to live in this world like alive with this bhakti, man. You got to be a living devotee with real devotion, real bhakti, real love of God. And you got to dance here, man. Dance for the world. All the world is a stage. For what? For this. Otherwise, what is this stage? People dancing around nonsensically. You got to surpass even Shakespeare, man. But you got to say, yeah, all the world's a stage for bhakti to dance on, for the truth to dance. Right? Isn't that what Jesus did? He put on the stage love of God, these wonderful words, and preached them to the world. Hey, put this, get on the stage. Life is a stage now, right? Go out there and act like a devotee. Okay? You act like a devotee. Don't act like a devotee. Act like a devotee. You know the difference? Some people are acting to practice. Act, engage as you're engaging here. Don't hide the light. Put it out, man. That's what I'm doing more and more. Otherwise, it'll be a no-show, man. The show didn't come. You ever go to those pay money for a show, and you go there and sorry, the troupe didn't show up. And they don't even refund your money.
Being happy and show it.
Yeah. Did Amy come today? Was she here?
I have seen her. She was here.
Okay, good. Then she's here
Yeah.
listening in the background. Okay. See you later. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.